to episode 10 of the Frisky Whiskey. We got something interesting going on this evening. Mike D, what are we doing?
Oh, we're bringing back the battle of the Ryes. This is number 2.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good episode. We got some really good Ryes tonight, and we're going to do a third one pretty soon, and then we're going to do like a June Madness with a final 3.
I dig it.
That's going to be some good stuff. But tonight we have a really good selection and of Ryes that are probably newer to the field to a certain degree, but have a good name. So we have a WhistlePig small batch rye, a 10-year-old.
Okay.
And everyone knows there are WhistlePigs out there now. It's got a good name out there. It's been around.
It's a tasty whiskey.
We have an Uncle Nearest, which is definitely more of a new player to the realm of whiskey making, and they have edit that shit out.
No way.
They debuted in 2017, and then Knob Creek, which was released in 1992, has an interesting history because we'll talk about that when we get to which we're going to start with them, but we'll talk about that in a second. But we have a really good, interesting selection of ryes we're going to go through tonight.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, this is going to be good. So I think we're going to start off and get the Knob Creek going.
Let's do it.
You want to talk about the history of Knob Creek while I'm going to do the pours for us?
Yeah, sure. So Knob Creek was actually first released in 92 by Booker Noe. He was a 6th-generation master distiller who is the grandson of Jim Beam, believe it or not. That's pretty cool. That is cool. That's really keeping it in the family of whiskey, right? It is now under the direction of Fred Noe. And Knob Creek aims to recapture a Prohibition-style bourbon. I know we're drinking rye, but Prohibition-style bourbon with more time spent in the barrel and bottled at a higher proof. The actual company is named for the creek that ran behind Abraham Lincoln's childhood home in Kentucky.
And you know, T.I., I read some kind of folklore that possibly, and it's not, there's no 100% proof about this, but Abraham Lincoln's father may have worked for that distiller.
Interesting. That'd be pretty cool. So the actual Knob Creek label was first in use in 1898. We're keeping that one, don't worry.
Join my club.
It was owned at the time by the Penn-Maryland Corp, a division of National Distillers. Jim Beam purchased National Distillers in 1987, and Knob Creek was resurrected.
That's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
So they're new, but they have a history.
Yeah.
And the whole thing about the bourbon part, I think they're just taking that tradition with the ryes and everything else and making it Knob Creek, and I think it's important that they went back to that kind of style of prohibition.
Yeah,
and they're using that in their distilling, which is kind of cool. So definitely shout out to the Noes out there, Fred and Booker Noe, for really bringing back that tradition.
Absolutely
really cool.
So as you're getting stuck into this rye, right, you're going to get some of the black pepper, vanilla, caramel, oak. Some spice, some apple, of course, rye, I would expect, right? Floral notes and hints of leather. So it might end up, honestly.
It's got a good color. It's nice dark amber.
If I remember last time when we had a whiskey with some leather in it, it was kind of dry, and I think that might have been.
That's right. Yeah, it was kind of dry. Maybe the leather makes it dry because, what leather is.
Dry.
It's got a really good scent to it.
It smells nice.
That caramel's there. The spice is definitely there. Pepper. Oh, you went in. So what happened in there? What's going on down there?
Ooh. Okay. So honestly, the black pepper is definitely more on the nose. The spice, that rich spiciness comes right at the front.
Comes right out, yeah,
Then
right
it's
in your
followed
tongue.
by rye.
Yeah, yeah.
And as it slowly starts mellowing out, you get a little bit of that leather.
My mouth is drying. Yeah, the mouth is drying.
The vanilla caramel, right? That's really nice.
This is very good. Now, this was, if I remember correctly, like $28.
Oh,
I remember
boy,
correctly.
I don't remember.
I remember it being $28. It was
$28, $29.
Yeah, it was under 30. I think we got this one at ABC Liquors. But for under 30, this is, as neat. It's going neat, and this is that pepper's there, like you said. It's got a really good flavor to it.
This is nice. This is a really pleasant drink.
I like this neat.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I like this neat. Oh, that leather just came in big time.
I just
got smacked with leather.
I like that. I like that a lot. Took the belt.
Right? Yeah, right.
No, I like this a lot. This is I like Ryes because of how kind of
punch.
yeah, they're really punchy.
Yeah.
Like they got a lot of spice to them. They like a little bit of heat.
Our great granddad's drink.
Right. They didn't have ice back then.
Oh no. Oh no, not at all.
We're drinking it as God intended.
We gotta get one of those jugs, man. Start doing it that way, man. Start putting our whiskeys in jugs.
Yeah, with the 2 X's like our cats. Our cat's eyes.
You know, and that multicolored jug was like gray on the bottom, a little black on top. You know, because I've been watching. I told you, I think I mentioned the last show I was watching. I've been watching that Hatfield and McCoy series on Netflix, and it's just kind of history to me. But you know, they're drinking the whiskey, making the corn whiskey. That was their big thing back then. You know, which is pretty much was a rye more than likely anyway.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, this is wow. I like this. This is something I could definitely sip at night, chilling out, watching some basketball or watching a little football. This is really nice. I like this.
I like this a lot too. You know, this would actually probably make a really good old fashioned.
I was just about to say the same thing. I think this is a great cocktail maker.
Mainly because it's strong enough to hold up to being kind of watered down a bit.
And you know, you remember the traditional whiskey cocktails back in the day was rye. They made old fashioned and Manhattans with rye. So I mean, I could see this being, and they're going prohibition style. Yeah. This is what they probably would make, you know, back in the speakeasies back in the day, and make their Manhattans, you know, get their vermouths and stuff like that. And,
oh, this is pleasant.
Yeah, this is very. Yeah, no, I'm very impressed. You know, because I had never, to my knowledge, I've really done any Knob Creek in my repertoire up until today.
I think I may have had their bourbon.
I don't think I have. So I know, but I am curious about their bourbon because of how they age it. Based on what we just talked about, I'm definitely going to pick up a bottle of that for myself. Maybe we'll do a Thirsty Thursday.
Ooh, that would be fun.
And have like a quick little Instagram drink with our friends.
Yeah, you know, we could do an Instagram live. Just hang out with everybody, have a cigar, have a couple of drinks, and.
All right, I'm going in with the ice. I'm expecting that this spice is going to cut down dramatically.
I don't know. I think this one might surprise you. Because that's heavy right on the front.
It is heavy.
That's very heavy on the front. That's why I think it's going to surprise you.
I do not want to give myself a heavy pour like I normally do. I want to be kind of a good boy tonight. We're playing golf tomorrow. T.I. and myself are going to hit a golf course tomorrow up in Stewart. Hitting a place called Sailfish Sands. Kind of cool place because it's built around a airport.
Yeah.
Little local.
One of the municipal airports.
Yes, and last time I played there, all I saw were jets taking off and landing, and it was really just cool, like seeing that.
I'm actually looking forward to it. And tomorrow's, you know, we've been having crazy weather down here in South Florida.
Nice tomorrow.
It's supposed to be gorgeous tomorrow. Hopefully not as humid as it was today.
It was hot today.
It was a bit spicy today.
Yeah, it was definitely hot today. I had to do something in the yard for like an hour, and I came back, and I was like just soaking wet. I was like, oh my God, it's hot. Like this is like summer hot, man. Yeah, I know. This is like, oh, summer's here already.
But I'm happy, you know, we got some rain. We needed it because, you know.
Oh, yeah, Fort Lauderdale, man. They got killed, man. That airport was underwater for 2 days.
They got too much water.
Yeah, that place was underwater for 2 days, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy. So the smell is not. No, the caramel came out more.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, the caramel definitely came out more in the smell.
I'll agree with that.
The leather's still there. I might even call it hints of leather. That's just a nice little belt of leather hitting you.
That's pleasant, though.
The floral notes are there, in my opinion, too.
You know, you always talk about the legs, and the legs stayed through the ice. That's really cool.
Well, this is a nice, good stand up to you rye. Oh, with ice. Wow.
Okay,
So I liked it neat. This is better on ice.
You're right. The spice did come down a little bit. Not a lot. It's still right there. It's still punchy right in the back of it. But, man, with that spiciness gone right off the front, you do get more of that vanilla and caramel.
Vanilla caramel. Maybe that apple's in there, too, a little bit more.
Ooh, that's nice.
Oh, man. The leather didn't, the smell of the leather didn't go away, but it went away in the taste.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Not 100%, but it's definitely like it's.
I know. It's very hidden if it's in there.
Wow.
Oh, I like this on ice.
I like this a lot.
You know, I'm telling you, man, people out there, you want to get a gift for somebody who likes their Ryes, this is a good gift.
You know,
if you don't want to spend a lot of money on them, but you want to get them something decent, this is a good gift.
I know we're not trying to drink crazy amounts this evening, but I do have some old-fashioned mixer, and we do have that bottle of rye.
This bottle of rye.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? You want to have a quick old-fashioned? What are you saying? I mean,
I don't think right now, but I'm just saying, maybe towards the end of the show.
Maybe we have like one at the end of the show or something.
Yeah. But I definitely want to try it out because I'm intrigued. Because it's not dulling down. The ice is kind of melting away, and it's still that same flavor as
Yeah.
fresh ice.
And, like, I'm really enjoying this. Like, this is something I would love to, like, just hang out on my back porch.
Yeah.
And just chill. I mean, with or without a cigar. I don't think I even need a cigar with this one.
No.
Like, this, I would just sit back and chill and just hang out on my patio, throw TV on. Yeah. You know, like I said, you know, I like watching my sports. You know, anything in sports I'll watch, you know.
Sports ball. Shout out to the Bruins. My boys.
Oh, yeah. They're in the playoffs. They broke some kind of record, right, for points for the season?
The most wins in a season and the most points
Okay.
gained in a season.
All right,
now, the points one, they got it after the Montreal Canadiens in, like, I think 75, 76.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a long-standing one. But they also didn't have OTL back then, like overtime losses. So there was no shootouts. So it's a little bit different.
A little bit different. I mean, yeah.
But still. I mean,
It's like looking at football players who now, like, you know, they played 14 games.
it's
in
like
the
a
70s.
48. It's like a 48 or 47 year long record.
Okay. Yeah.
Against our rivals, and we got to beat them last night as the last regular season game.
Who's that rival?
Montreal
Okay. Oh,
Canadiens.
so you did it to Montreal.
Yeah,
Nice.
we beat their record and beat them.
All right. Well, sorry, Montreal.
Sorry, I had to give a shout out to them.
Well, playoffs start, so we'll see how it goes in the playoffs. New season.
And the President's Trophy, it's a curse.
It
most
is.
of the time.
It is a curse. I've seen the best teams in the league get knocked out in the second round. Happened last year.
Thank
the Panthers.
goodness.
Panthers the best team in the league last year, and Tampa Bay just wiped the floor with them.
Thank goodness we we have home field, right?
But you know, hockey's different up north.
Oh,
too.
I know.
And you know, the crowd is much more feisty.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, that's something that I'd be interested in looking up. How many times the Panthers have gone up north and actually won against the Bruins in home?
That's a good question.
Because we are rowdy up in Boston.
Yeah, you are. You guys are, man. Oh man, this is really, really tasty.
Yeah, this is.
I am so glad we picked this one because you know we were at Total. I mean, not Total Wine. We were at ABC,
yeah.
And you know, it's a tough choice. You know, I mean, we were battling with each other, like, no, this one. You're like, oh, well, what about that one?
I want to be honest, right? Like, this wasn't the episode we were going to do.
No, it wasn't. No, we're
not going to talk about the other episode, but this was not. This was like a last minute thing, and so we were like, crap. And we were like, oh wait, we haven't done Battle of the Ryes since episode 2. What a good way to kick off.
And I think we waited too long. And I feel like we waited too long to do the second Battle of the Ryes, to be honest with you. I think we're going to do the third one a little sooner than another 10, and probably much sooner. But yeah, we had some, we'll call it online ordering, not issues, but like figuring out when it was going to get to us. And when we finally figured out when we were getting it, we're like, oh, okay, we're not going to have it.
It's going to be awesome for tomorrow.
Yeah, right? I think I get mine on Monday. I think I get one on Monday, I get one on Tuesday.
But either way.
Yeah, right. I found some good online stores, though, through this adventure, which is good, too, to know that I can find these whiskeys.
Yeah, and hey, if anyone out there has like a favorite online store they go to, hit us up.
Yeah.
And also, since we're going to be doing another Battle of the Ryes relatively quickly, if you got a rye that you like, like seriously, send it over in a message to us on our Instagram.
Yes.
We will 100% check it out.
Yeah.
Don't make it like $1,000 rye, please.
Yeah. It's not gonna happen. You know, I mean, we have a good price point. I mean, like almost like the last one, we had a good range of prices. And we try to do the range of prices because in my eyes, I
want the regular person to drink.
Right. But I've had the $80 whiskey and I've had a $30 whiskey be just as good as that $80 whiskey. So I think they have to be in the same arena.
I think even last time we picked the middle shelf one.
Yeah, we did. Yes.
So
yes, the Victor's, which was the middle shelf one. Yeah. Which is so good.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I have a bottle upstairs.
Yeah, me too. Well, not upstairs. I'm not here, but in my house. In my cabinet. All right. So I think we're going to move on to the next one.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one we're going to be doing here is Uncle Nearest.
All right.
Yeah, I'll do this one.
All right.
Uncle Nearest. Definitely a new player to the game. So Uncle Nearest is named for the Master Distiller Nathan Nearest Green, a former slave who taught Jack Daniels distilling in the 1800s. Huh. This guy taught Jack Daniels.
That's pretty cool.
That is awesome. That is like so impressive to me that this history is there. And he's known as Uncle Nearest. Nathan Nearest Green has been acknowledged since 2016 as the first African-American master distiller on record in the United States. So, I mean, he is a true, like, pioneer of whiskey distilling.
It's crazy. That's a crazy
And think about what, back in those days, I mean, a former slave, and what he went through just to do what he had to go do. and the respect he was getting from like Jack Daniels, like teach me how to do this. The brand Uncle Nearest debuted in 2017. Their first 3 whiskey releases are named after the year Nearest was born, 1820, so the 1820 bourbon. Okay. The year he was credited for perfecting the Lincoln County distilling process, which is 1856. All right. And the year he retired, 1884. So I have a bottle of Uncle Nearest bourbon at my house, and I think I have the 1856. Okay. In September of 2022, Uncle Nearest released its first rye whiskey. So this came out last year.
Not even
rye, barely last year. Uncle Nearest uncut, unfiltered straight rye whiskey. That's what I think that's what we have here. Or we have the other one. Yeah. No, there's 2. I went on their website. There's 2
separate ones.
There's 2 separate ones. So no, but
we got the straight rye.
So yeah, but I think we don't have the uncut, unfiltered. No. So there's 2 different ones. And check out their website. Let me tell you something. Their website was cool. They have so many cocktail recipes on there. Like you could open a bar up and these would be your specialties easily. Not just old fashions. Like so many just combinations of things that I would never in a million years ever have thought of.
That's what I like about those things.
Yeah, though. You got check out whenever you get a bottle, check out the website. Take the minute, use your phone, go to your computer, check out the website because they're going to have recipes. Yeah. Most of them have. Very rare have I seen one that doesn't have a recipe. Yeah. Even the Japanese whiskey ones had a recipe, which TI. I forgot to bring it, which may be good. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. But I actually made one, and I told everybody I talk about this from last week. So they had a recipe for a old fashioned that was using grapefruit bitters, honey, and the whiskey, and a slice of a peel of grapefruit. That was quite the tasty cocktail. Because I don't.
So how did it work with? So I know that the whiskey itself had grapefruit as a flavor profile, right?
It was interesting.
Did it make it kind of pop out more?
It did. It was like, think of a Fresca, but without the soda taste to it. Huh. It was kind of like that. The honey really gives it a little sweetness, but not over sweet, because you literally use a half ounce of honey. Yeah. Or something. Maybe it was a quarter ounce of honey. It was a quarter ounce of honey. And I've never made a cocktail with honey before. Mm-hmm. So, and the whiskey kind of breaks down that honey pretty quick when you're mixing. You got to give it a good mix. Yeah. Definitely got to get a good mix. And it says, do 4 to 6 dashes of the grapefruit bitters. It was a tasty, tasty cocktail. All right. I was very impressed.
How many dashes did you do? You remember?
I probably did about 6. I always go heavy. I like bitters. I like the flavor of bitters. Yeah. So I tend to go heavy with the bitters when I make my cocktails. Right. But check out the Centauri website, because that is a really good cocktail to make. It's unique. People are going to like, people who don't drink old fashions or don't like whiskey, they're going to like that because it's going to be refreshing too. Right. That grapefruit really gives a nice refreshing flavor.
Now I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah, after golf tomorrow, we'll have to come to my house. And all right, so, we're hitting the Uncle Nearest. I almost said it. I almost did it.
I got bits.
I almost, right? I almost DeCabe speak that one. Embrace my DeCabe speak.
Just embrace it. It's fine. Everything's fine.
So I've been watching some movies on Netflix. So I watched one of my all-time favorite movies of all time. I call it one of my Desert Island 5s, just stuck in the Desert Island, 5 movies I have. The Big Lebowski.
I love The Big Lebowski.
Oh, man. I mean, it's just such a great movie. It's such good writing. And just, there are so many scenes that you can quote out of that movie. And just watching it again, I haven't watched it in a minute. And it is such a good movie. Such well-done production, such well-done writing. It's such a good, if you haven't watched it in a while, check it out. It's a good watch. It's a good mindless watch.
I actually think the last time I watched it, I was doing a Lebowski party.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to Lebowski Fest in Tampa.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I think they're still doing it. I don't know if COVID messed that whole thing up. COVID messed a lot of things up. So, okay, but enough of the little Big Lebowski. But we'll get back. We'll get back to Donnie in a minute.
You're out of your element.
You're out of your element, man. So this has a buttery honey licorice, pear, caraway seed, pine, clove, eucalyptus, dried orange, oak, vanilla, cinnamon, banana, and earthy. So some of these things are going to come into nose. Some of these things are going to come into taste. Some of these things are going to come into finish, right?
This is buttery and honey.
Oh, I smell that butter and the honey. And maybe that caraway seed. Maybe the eucalyptus is what's kind of making my nostrils.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Flare out a little bit.
If anyone's ever smelt eucalyptus, it's like one of those really pungent smells that kind of opens up your airways, cleans you out a little bit.
These guys were at the Whiskey Fest too, and they had some. We tried some of that whiskey that night. They had some good whiskey. I think we actually did the 84.
I think so.
I think we did the 84 and 80, and then 1820 we did.
So we did the other two that you don't have. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so good.
I don't know if I'm getting a banana, but hold on.
You kick it off. Tell me what you think.
Wow.
Just wow. Okay.
Wow. That dried orange is in there. That earthy's in there. Cinnamon. That cinnamon is all over my mouth right now. I don't know about the pear shit. The licorice, I think the licorice and the caraway seed and the pine and the clove are all kind of mixing in together right now.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Like,
Holy
this is
moly.
very much more complex than our Knob Creek. I'm not knocking Knob Creek, but this is much more complex.
Whoa.
There's a lot more. There's a whole dance recital going on in here.
This is crazy.
Yes, this is crazy.
In a good way. But like each flavor is kind of slowly giving way to the next one.
And
they're all complementary.
And I just took a taste, and now like I got a burst of that pine and the clove, but I wasn't getting that burst. This is really unique.
So on the nose, to me, it's butter and honey.
Yeah, on the nose, absolutely.
And then you get the clear out of the eucalyptus.
Yeah. Wow.
But when you taste it, it's like licorice, right? That's kind of like up front. It's the cinnamon and the oak. And then as it kind of fades away, you get like pear and the vanilla. I don't know if I get banana. I do get earthy. It's kind of like the very last,
definitely earthy,
last thing I
100%
taste.
earthy, yeah. Interesting reading the back of that bottle. I'm not reading it to everybody right now, but this is like, I would not make a cocktail with this. This is way too complex.
Wow.
And this was like in the $59 range, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Range. No, it was $59.
It was in the range of
it was
59
$59
to
yeah.
$50.99.
$59.98 to $59.99. I distinctly remember how much this one cost, and I could see why it cost that much money. I mean, this is they did say that in the back of the bottom, this is a lofty experiment that worked, and I am sure that this master distiller that they got there was messing around big time with this one.
Well, could you imagine you're the master distiller and you're like nervous, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You've been cooking this stuff for, 4 years in its barrel, just waiting on it, and then suddenly you pull out this gem.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. No, this is a gem.
Wow. This is awesome.
This is something that you really like somebody, good friend. You get them this one. You get them this one. This is like, they drink their, and this is something you definitely can drink neat. We haven't done the ice yet, which always, I always tend to lean towards the ice, but this is something you definitely drink neat.
I would drink this neat. And I'm also going to say right now that I think this one's going to win this round. Well, I called it last time. I called it last time early in the second one.
Look, and we both have experience with WhistlePig. Yeah, we've different ones. We've tried.
I've never had this one.
You never had this one? Okay, I've had this one. I know we like that Roadstock one. But this is tasty. We had some good food tonight too.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, we're not done yet with that food.
No, we're not. Not even close.
Yeah. So went to this little local place, a little hole in the wall place called Taco Chula.
That's fantastic food.
And this is like the real deal Mexican tacos. I got us 3 different kinds of tacos. I got us what's called their El Pastor, which is like a pineapple spicy chorizo. Yeah. No, that's chorizo. No, spicy pork. Not chorizo.
Spicy roasted pork.
Roasted pork. I got us the typical chicken, and I got us the steak, which is we're looking forward to that. And then I also got us the quesadilla, which was with braised beef. And you had one.
Yep, it's so good.
Their braised beef is unique. It is such a tasty beef.
I think they throw in stuff like cinnamon and something.
Probably.
Into it. Like it's because it has that really nice, I don't know, kind of earthy flavor to
it.
And
that kind of food, I think, goes great with rye.
Oh yeah,
what we're drinking tonight.
100%.
And also
because it's also really bold flavors.
Yeah, yeah. Right. And then we got their homemade guac. Love their guacamole,
which is awesome.
Super good. Got some refried beans. I got some street corn.
Super good.
And their sauces. They have 2 sauces. It's either they're green or they're red. The green is the mild.
Either chill out or burn your mouth.
Yeah, they're hot sauce. No, they're hot sauce. That's
it used to be that bad.
It used to be in the beginning.
Used to be that bad.
But this place, whenever you go there, always a line.
Yeah,
always.
Oh, every time. Just call ahead and just like wait. The 40 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, I was, and I didn't call ahead. I was there for a good minute. I had a beer while I was waiting. But if you lived in South Florida too, you know that there's a place called Tacos El Cabon, which I don't think you've been to that.
I have.
Oh, you have. Okay, and they were like the original. Like this is where you go to get a legit taco, and you had to go to Lake Worth Road and I think Military.
Always late night too.
Always late night. And these guys, in my opinion, are right there with them.
Oh yeah,
maybe even a little bit better, in my opinion.
If they opened on Monday, they'd be.
Yeah, they did this wrong, not being open on Monday. But I mean, so I took somebody there who was from Mexico, and he said, "This is the real deal." Like he told me, this is the real deal.
The tacos El Carbon? Or?
No, Taco Chulo. I think Tacos El Carbon has gotten big now. They have restaurants now and all that.
I just want the window.
And that and maybe I'm just being biased because Taco Chulo is by my house.
Yeah, probably a little bit.
Maybe I'll be a little biased, but check them out. You get a chance, go by there, hit them up for lunch. They try to be quick for their service. They have tables outside.
They are pretty quick.
And they're actually getting ready to open up their ice cream shop.
Okay.
Little Taco Chulo ice cream. So I'm kind of curious what combinations of ice cream.
Is that where they got rid of that weird little thing next to the fridge?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But check them out if you get a chance. Good food. You can't go wrong. I do love their gorditas. I didn't do gorditas tonight. Their gorditas like this amazing fried corn pocket of meat.
Yeah, it's
It's just this is full of meat. There's no games in there, man. There's no fillers. It's just meat, a corn fried pocket of meat. But really good food. They have tamales. They have the Mexican sandwich. Yep. A couple other things, and their soup. Have you ever had their soup? Yeah. Their chicken soup's amazing.
Yeah.
So check them out. It goes great with whiskey. Good drinking food. They're
absolutely
homemade corn chips or they're tortilla chips.
Yeah, those are tortilla chips.
That's not corn chips.
Yeah, it's definitely flour.
Yeah, definitely. But check them out. Give them a run.
Fair
Never
price.
been there. Oh yeah. Those tacos are like $4 a piece or something like that.
Yeah, they're not bad.
The quesadilla
and all of the meat's good.
Yeah. Oh, their burritos are off the chain too. It's just a lot of food. Those burritos. Like, that's why I didn't get that. I didn't get that for us.
It's a pound.
Because you eat that burrito, that could have shot us down for the night. We would have been done. Like, all right, I'm going home.
Food coma.
Yeah, I'm going home. But so go check them out. A great whiskey drinking food, and I think I almost like it better with the Uncle Nearest now that I've just tried the Uncle Nearest because of all the flavors going on in there. That goes with all the flavors that you get from this restaurant. So
I think this would pair really well with it. It would match the flavor profile, especially of that braised beef.
Yeah.
I think it would work really well.
All right, we're going to bring in some ice now.
Yeah. Let's see how awesome this is going to get.
So back to my movie watching. So another movie I watched, because Netflix just released a bunch of movies, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen this movie decades, right? Smokey and a Bandit.
Oh my God.
Okay, you want to talk about a politically incorrect movie for this day and age?
Well, that's like any movie from the 80s.
But like Jackie Gleason, some of the things that he said that you could never say today. But I mean, it was such and so much unbelievable things going on in that movie. But like as cheesy as it is, it was entertaining. Yeah. Sally Fields was a little hottie back in her day, man. Before she made the what's that movie with Tom Brady recently? She made some old lady movie.
What?
It was like going for 80 or something like that. Or it was some movie about a bunch of old ladies like the Golden Girls going to see Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
Oh, I didn't see that.
But it's a good watch. Jerry Reed's in it. There's a scene, and this is some Florida history too. There's a scene in that movie where Jerry Reed goes to a bar. There's all these bikers there, and they mess with him, right? And that scene actually took place on the corner of Forest Hill and Congress. Huh. There used to be a bar there. Now it's like a strip mall or whatever it is now. But there used to be a bar there for the longest time, and that's where that scene was actually filmed.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's a little Florida history.
It's changed a lot down there. So.
Oh, big time. Oh,
you could look at any old movie that had Florida in it, and you would never recognize it unless the skyscraper's still there.
So the smell hasn't really changed that much?
It did. The eucalyptus is gone.
Oh, it is. Yeah, my nostrils aren't flaring anymore, if that helps anybody.
Yeah. His nose is not running.
Right.
No, this still smells nice, though. That's the butter is more pronounced. So that kind of honey went away, but the butter came out.
The pear. Nice. The softer flavors are definitely coming out. It still has that earthiness to it a little bit.
Oh, mama. That is...
Yeah.
On ice, this is...
It's better. This is better on ice.
I mean, it's fantastic, neat. But my goodness.
Yeah, you might be right. This might be our cigar victory.
My mouth's salivating.
Yeah. My mouth is actually salivating right now, too.
This is really good.
Wow.
It's very buttery.
Like, man, shout out to this distiller, man. Whatever this guy was experimenting with, man, he got it, man. He definitely got it.
It's buttery, licorice. You do get a little of that caraway seed.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the, I don't know if it's clove or cinnamon, but it definitely has like a little spice to it.
The spice is there,
but it's
it's like, it's like in the middle, but kind of settles down.
And then I taste the banana as it's finishing.
Yeah, the banana's there in the end.
Wrapping up, and then it kind of finishes earthy. And earthy, you know, not dirt, right? It's
That's
I don't know. Like
dirt.
I think some people think earthy and they think dirt.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's hard to.
It's hard to explain earthy, but it's
like if you go into the forest and you smell the air.
Yeah, that's earthy.
That's the taste kind of profile.
Yeah. Wow, this is tasty.
Like
I'm so impressed with this on ice. Like once again, you got somebody you really like, someone's close to you as a good friend.
I love this whiskey.
I'm sure this is one of the bottles you're going to keep then. Yeah, you definitely, because you get 2 bottles tonight. You win.
Oh, my goodness. I haven't had the Michter's Rye in a minute, but this is going to give it a run for its money.
I think so. I mean, look, we're not saying no to WhistlePig just yet, because you never had that WhistlePig.
Oh,
so
I know.
You don't know what you're getting into yet.
But
and there's a reason why WhistlePig's got a name for themselves. But this,
it's going to have to be crazy.
You know, Unc, good job.
Right? As the kid would say, Uncle Ernest.
Uncle Ernest. Remember that movie, Ernest Goes to Jail?
Oh, yeah, man. I used to watch that dude all the time.
Dude is so funny, man.
What was his name?
Jim something.
Jim Verne.
Jim Verne, yeah. Jim Verne.
Jim Verne. What a legend. Ernest Scared Stupid.
Ernest Goes to Jail is my favorite one of the series.
I like the October one, the Halloween one, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Uncle Nearest, man. I have a whole new respect. Like, I already like their stuff, right? And, you know, I originally found them through Flaviar. Found him, or whatever you want to call them. I found them originally through Flaviar, and that's when I got that 1856 one. And we liked it. Remember, we definitely liked it. I think I ordered another bottle of it right away because I think it was one of those nights we got a little out of control with it.
It happens, you know, on occasion.
But this, I am highly impressed with this.
This is
rye.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, the Knob Creek was good. And I'm not knocking Knob Creek. It's a good rye for the money. But this is a much more superior, complex mash of flavors that, like,
if this was like an experiment, they did fantastic.
Yeah. I'm wondering what happened, like, what didn't make it? Like, what was going on during this experiment? Because when you experiment, you're trying it through phases of that experiment to get to the point where you are. Mm-hmm. I wonder what that was like. I'd love to be part of that process. I'd love to go to a distillery when they're making a new type of whiskey and, like, be part of that process. Right? That'd be cool.
It would be, because remember, like, a lot of the flavors, right, they come from the wood as you're aging it, right? It's not just the color. It's actually, like, flavor profiles, right? So, man, to, like, get it when it's still in its, like, white lightning phase, and you're, like, tasting it, and you're like, yeah, this will be all right.
He's hooked into white lightning again.
Yeah, I'll give it 4 years. This will be fine. Like, what is that even? Like, what witchcraft and wizardry is this? It's so good, though.
Yeah.
It seriously is. This is super good.
I'm totally into this one. This is going to be in my closet. Or not my closet, that doesn't sound right. My cabinet. Coming out of the closet again.
I go into the closet, come out of the closet. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, no, this is fantastic whiskey.
Yeah, and I'm actually looking forward to the WhistlePig because, like I said, we've had different WhistlePigs. I'm a big fan of their roadstock WhistlePig. I remember a friend of mine came here. It was during COVID. That's how I found it. Mm-hmm. My buddy was in town. The guy you met, our friend, you know, Rob. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say his name to protect the innocent. But he's the one who found it at Total Wine. I was like, I never saw that one. And but I know I've had this one, but it's probably my second or third go around with this one, so I know it's not bad. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. You ready there, Ti? Oh, he's giving me the thumbs up. All right. All right, I'm gonna have a little swig of water real quick to get a little freshness in my mouth going here.
I'm ready. I'm ready to be
get that leather out of there.
Enthused. Ready to be enthused.
All right, WhistlePig. So while I'm pouring, why don't you talk about the history of WhistlePig here?
All right.
Actually, I'm curious about something. So the Knob Creek was 100 proof. It's 100 proof. They're all 100 proof.
Yeah.
All right, good. Is all rye 100 proof? I'm not even sure is that a statement I can make?
I don't think so.
I mean, I'll make it up.
I mean, go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike D has a statement to make.
True or not true, he's going to stand by his word.
All rise, 100 proof. Period. There's no way to go.
Yeah.
No. All right. So the WhistlePig. This is Raj Peter Bhakta. Founded WhistlePig in 2007 after purchasing a dairy farm in Shoreham, Vermont. The Vermont one, that's cool. He teamed up with former Maker's Mark Master Distiller David Pickerel. We've talked about him previously. A legend in American whiskey who passed away in 2018 to develop a rye whiskey that took on the farm's new name.
Let's give a shout out to Real.
One for the homie.
One for the homie, David Pickerel.
Okay, so hold on. I just smelled this. I'm not even going to get to the tasting profile. I had to smell it.
Oh, wow.
It smells like a spiced rum.
That is good. And this has another complex of flavors going on in here.
Yeah, the allspice, orange peel, anise, some oak, some char, some caramel, vanilla, Ryes, mint, warm butterscotch.
Like, I'm definitely getting the anise. I'm definitely getting some of that allspice.
What's up with that, man? You rolled like caramel on there 3 times.
Oh my God, I did.
He's just like, I want caramel.
A little copy and pasting error going on there.
More caramel.
I was working on it on Wednesday night, so I think I was doing it while I was watching a movie. So, yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Caramel.
I'm glad I was able to play that one off, but apparently this is really strong of caramel.
That's awesome. That is awesome. But, I'm definitely getting that vanilla in there, too. I think the mint's there. That's that freshness I'm getting.
Mm-hmm. So honest, when I first smelt it, it did come off almost like a spiced rum. It was kind of sweet on the nose.
When you drink
spicy.
it, the caramel is definitely there.
There's so much caramel.
But the caramel vanilla is on your tongue easily. The oak, that allspice, the rye spice is definitely there. This is giving Uncle a little run for its money, I'm going to say right now. No, you don't think so?
Don't get me wrong. This is good.
I mean, it's really smooth, too. For being neat, it's very smooth for being neat.
What is that? There's a flavor in there that's not listed, but that could also be like oak or char.
Could be. Or some more caramel.
Or just another add-on caramel.
Different kind of caramel.
This one's burnt.
So it's just got three different caramels in there, which I didn't know even existed. That is tasty.
I'm not saying it's bad at all. It's just, to me...
I mean, right now, out of the gate, if I had to pick a winner, put a gun in my head, twist my arm, I would probably fall on Uncle Nearest and call Uncle Ernest and let him know who won.
Well, what was the price point on this guy?
So the WhistlePig was 69 or 89. This one was 89. Okay, so the WhistlePig was 89.
Yep, $89.99.
$89.99. I think for the value, I think the Uncle Nearest is truly the value of the night.
Oh, it is.
I mean, this is, don't get me wrong, this is quite tasty. I like my WhistlePig, and no disrespect to Vermont and Ben and Jerry and all those guys out there.
And caramel.
And caramel. Well, there's a town called Caramel, Vermont.
It's pronounced Carmel.
Carmel. If you call it caramel, they kick your ass.
No, but I mean, it's good. I am getting some of that anise, some of the orange. I'm getting an earthy flavor that it's not listed. Again, I don't know if that's like oak and char.
I think it's the oak and char. I think the oak is going to be, oak and earthy are going to be cousins.
Yeah, it's very prominent right now.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's got the caramel.
Yeah. No, the vanilla, the caramel, the orange is there a little bit.
It's pleasant. My thing, is like, me, a buttery whiskey is like
your thing.
Is my jam.
Yeah. Me too. I'm the same way. I'm totally the same way. Oh, wow.
This is so good. Not as good as the Uncle Nearest, but this is really good too.
You know what I forgot to pull out of the bag was the cigar we're smoking tonight.
Oh, what are we smoking?
It's in the bag.
Well, the bag is all the way over there. You don't remember?
You're talking to me. You really want to remember? I mean, I
did put caramel 3 times.
Somehow I made it to your house without getting lost. So, I mean, look, I even had to go back and get my computer, my laptop, so we can transfer the files over.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to have to stand up for a second and get that cigar.
You want me to stand up for you?
Yeah, you're right there.
I'm like right here.
You're right there.
I think the thing lasts. I can,
Yeah.
I can do this.
Careful. You're wired up. It's going to be the white bag. I'm pretty sure. No, outside pocket. That's it. That's her.
That's the Jaime.
All right. So we are going to be doing the
It's a Jaime.
the Jaime Garcia Reserva Especial Robusto.
I like your Spanish.
Yeah, I'm in Spanish, man. I taco chula,
Suddenly speaking it.
Yeah, right. The only Spanish I know will either get me in deep trouble or get my face slapped. One or the other in some form or fashion. So I was doing some interviews for somebody, and they were looking for a Spanish speaker, and I'm like, I really can't test them during that interview. I'm like, the only thing I can say to them in Spanish, they'll probably call whatever agency to get me arrested. I mean, I could survive in a place and get in trouble and have a good time, but it's going to go so long. But no, I'm really looking forward to this stick. I've actually had the Jaimes before. This is not my first go around with Jaime. That's why I actually grabbed it tonight, because you bought us that nice pack of assorted ones, so we make sure we always have the same one, because somebody lost their passport of cigars at
Who did that?
Whiskey Fest. I don't know. Some crazy guy who lost his phone that night too, man. You were a hot mess that night.
I was doing my thing.
But
I was also drinking a golden old fashioned. So
I made you quadruple fist that night. But no, the Jaimes are really good. Check them out. Once again, check out our friends at Fox Cigars.
Yeah,
Fox Cigars online.
And
FoxCigars.com.
sign up for their email notifications.
Yep.
They're not crazy. That's like once a day, and they have fantastic deals.
Yeah.
Fast shipping, and it's free.
Yeah. Check them out. And they have in this week. Ti bought a pack, which is different ones. Yeah. I love their packs.
Oh, the packs was awesome.
Because to me, like, I'm not the kind of cigar smoker that's got the same cigar every time I smoke a cigar. I like different cigars. Yeah. I like the variety.
And shout out to their warehouse, because those are the guys that are like packing all the stuff and making the packs and everything. Yeah. Right. So it's like they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, because they're packs that they make themselves.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna do some ice in here. Pig up. Here, little piggy.
All right, this is the last chance for it to really
see if it can
wine and dine me.
See if it can win the fight. But I think Uncle Nearest is going to be the winner tonight.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm going to give a shout out to them on their Instagram. Let them know who won.
Gonna have to.
Yeah. So it was kind of cool today. One of the Japanese whiskeys reached out to us today, which was kind of cool. What? It's about equal. I have more ice in mine.
Okay.
They reached out to us, and if you checked out Instagram, they kind of grabbed one of our videos and gave us a shout out, and really thankful to them. It was the Tenjaku.
Yeah, shout out to them.
We had made that smoky drink with it. And, thanks for reaching out to us if you listen to our show.
By the way, that smoky drink was awesome.
And you got one now. You got a smoky set up. I hooked you up.
You did.
I
Cheers
did.
to you, sir.
And which I can't remember the name of the company. I had a little problem with them with the what was shipped to me, and I reached out to them directly through Amazon. And these guys, honestly, and we'll grab the name of it.
I'm just staring off.
Okay, but they did a really good job. Like they didn't even ask for anything back. The lighter didn't work. My cans of wood were all bent up. It looked like someone drop kicked my box.
I probably did.
And I just gave them my opinion. I said, listen, just send me a new lighter, and I'll send you back a broken one. And they just said, no, keep everything. I'm going to send you a whole new thing, and they did. And I give them credit because honestly, I got it like in 3 days.
Oh, nice.
So I love good customer service.
Yeah,
it means a lot to me. Things happen. It's not a perfect world.
I think it's all about how you approach it too.
Yeah,
be chill.
Yeah, I was chill about it.
It's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's broken. Someone else shipped it, and it got all jacked up.
And the lighter's pretty cool. And I gave you all that because I already had a lighter like it, so I didn't really need 2 lighters like that. But it's a cool drinking device, and we'll get the name of it for next time. I just can't remember the name of it.
It begins with like a T or
something like that. Yeah. But I mean, if you go to Amazon and type in smoking drink device, there's like 20 of them now. This must have just came out in the last 2 years. Yeah. Because before you had to buy when I had the Dome. Now this thing came out.
It's super easy.
Oh, way easy. Oh yeah.
And it's nice too. I mean, it actually fits most like.
Maybe when we do our cigar tonight, we'll smoke our drinks up.
Yeah. I mean, if we're doing like because I do want to do the Knob Creek with an old fashioned.
Oh, it's right. We have
smoke old fashioned. Yeah. So tell me what you think. I already had to sip.
I like it.
Right.
You know, that caramel is coming out.
Can I get some whiskey with some extra caramel?
Yeah, right. That butterscotch is there. The warmness is there. I think that allspice kind of tapered down a little bit. That orange peel tapered down a little bit. The anise tapered down. The oak is there. There's that earthy, oaky thing still kind of hanging out a little bit.
It's not as prevalent.
Not as prevalent. It's hanging out.
It was very strong, like in the middle of the flavor. Like you'd take a sip and you'd be like, "Oh, this is nice."
Yeah, I was trying to give WhistlePig a shot here against Uncle Nearest, but like it's good. Get me wrong. You did call it. Uncle Nearest wins tonight. I think this is our winner. So this is round 2 of the.
This is round 2 of the Battle of the Ryes.
And so this one and the Mictors are now going to be waiting for the third battle, and we're going to have our final 3 soon. Yep. And we're going to call it like June or May Madness, depending when we get to it. We'll see how things go, because we have a couple shows planned.
There's some cool stuff coming up
That we've talked about. We try to plan our shows a couple in advance, a couple weeks in advance. We got some really good ideas we're going to be doing. Next week we're going to have a guest.
Yeah.
And she's a good friend of mine. I've known her for a long time. Her name is Vivian. We call her Viv. And she knows her bourbon. She likes her bourbon. And she's a really cool person to talk to. I'm really looking forward to having her on the show. Like I said, I've known her. Me and her go way back. And I'm really excited to have her on the show. So it's going to be a good show next week. It is. And then the show we were going to do tonight, which I'm glad we didn't. Now I'm really glad we didn't do that show, is going to be in 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
And you're really going to like that show. I'm not telling you what it's going to be.
Maybe you'll get a little hints here and
there. Once we get our bottles.
I might drop a little something tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
We'll see.
Yeah. So it's going to be a really good time. But WhistlePig, I like you. A little piggy.
You done good, kid.
You did, but Uncle Nearest, man, Uncle, did a really good job. Knob Creek, I have nothing against you. I will buy you again. You're going to be in my
That
cabinet.
is definitely the cocktail one, though.
Yeah, I think of it. Yeah, I wouldn't
one.
make a cocktail with Nearest or Pig. I should call
Nearest pig.
Nearest pig.
Where's the nearest pig?
Nearest pig. Well, she left a while ago. No,
man,
had to go there. But WhistlePig and Uncle Nearest, I wouldn't make cocktails with it. Although, when we go to our gastropub, I'm going to ask those guys about WhistlePig and Nearest and see if they actually make cocktails with them. Out of curiosity, if they would, see what they have to say about it.
Actually, that's the perfect place to go and make them do it against their will.
I don't think they would.
I think they would.
I don't think they would.
I think
they'd stop you in your tracks and say, listen, man, this is not going to work.
You say, I want this, make it happen. And they'd be like, all right, you're not going to like it.
That mint really just came out a little bit on me, too.
Like at the very end?
Yeah. That mint just really kind of just popped at me at the end there.
It's sitting like a cool on my tongue.
Yeah. So if you get a chance, pick up a bottle. We've already sent this out on our Instagram. Check us out on Instagram. Hit us up on Instagram. Let us know what Ryes are your favorite. We'll see what we can do for the next Battle of the Ryes. And then a few shows from now, there's gonna be a rye mixed in there anyway. So it doesn't have to be for the Battle of the Ryes. We actually bought a rye at ABC that caught our attention, which I don't remember the name of it. The bottle caught our attention.
It did.
It was square.
It was.
It was square. It had the wax top.
It did.
And I'd never seen it before.
Never heard of it.
Never seen it. And then, look, we all know there's a lot of that out there too. Never seen it, never heard of it. So that might be something.
It was an interesting out-of-place bottle.
Yeah. So, that's probably going to pop up on the show pretty soon.
I think it needs to.
Yeah, I think it will. I haven't tried it yet. Remember I told you I was going to try it? I didn't try it yet. I don't know if I feel guilty because you should be there for that one.
I appreciate it.
Or I just don't care. I'm just going to open it up either way. I haven't made my mind up yet.
At least you have somewhat of conscience.
Yeah, a little bit. But that conscience gets shut down really quick. That the good angel and the devil takes over most of the time when it comes to me, But he's a laid back devil now. He's just like, well, you already have one open somewhere else. Open drink that one, dude.
Save that one.
And the angel's like, yeah, I like that one too.
That's awesome.
But if you get a chance to, hey, everybody, check out The Big Lebowski again. Treat yourself to a good movie night that you've already seen.
Actually,
a good movie.
Bring people around and do like the actual like a Lebowski fest type thing.
Oh, yeah.
You drink White Russians, watch Lebowski.
Well, he called them Caucasians.
Yeah,
Jackie, you make a good Caucasian.
Yeah, it's true.
But watch that. I think we're almost done here for tonight, T.I. What do you think? We got our cigar for the evening. The Jaime.
Wrapping up.
We got the Jaime Garcia. Check it out.
Make sure you check out our socials. They're posted up on our website, thefriskywhiskey.com. You know, we're on Instagram.
You can listen to all our episodes on Whiskey.
Check us out on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, too.
Yeah, because we're making videos. A little shout out there. We're holding up the stick for everybody. We got the bottles that's showing on the YouTube. Yeah. So, we're moving. We need more people to follow us, subscribe to us, or just listen to us. It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. We just want you to listen to us. Enjoy it. Hopefully you learn something and you try new whiskeys with us. Pick up one bottle. And maybe have your friends come over, make it an event, make fun of us, have fun with us. It's okay, because you know what? It's all about having a good time.
It really is.
Yeah. But so great night tonight. Everybody look out for our next show. We have a guest next week. T.I., as always, a pleasure. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good one.